if you've been told that your baby has clicky hips and on an ultrasound scan, you've been told it looks like it's in the gray zone of hip coverage, 40 to 50%. So let's just wait and see for 6 weeks and hope that baby's hips get better naturally by itself. Or if you were given the option to be proactive and place a harness on baby, what would you choose to do? Hi there, it's Neesha from My Favourite Physio. In today's video, I'm going to jump in and share some facts about developmental dysplasia of the hips and throw out a survey on what would you do if you were presented with a situation where you could be proactive with your baby's hips, or you could wait and see. So just to give a bit of background, developmental dysplasia of the hip refers to hip development in babies. We are looking at the pelvic bone covering the thigh bone in babies. And sometimes babies are born with their hip bone not well formed, so we look at an ultrasound scan to see how much coverage there is between the pelvic bone and the thigh bone. Ideal is really between 50 to 60%, and really at 6 weeks we're hoping to be closer to 60% than not. Now, studies will say if a hip is 45 to 40%, we really need to harness like this. This is a pelvic harness that we put on baby to get their hips in a better position so that the hips can get deeper, so we get more than just 40% coverage or 45% coverage. The studies is that due to a balance of costs and need to be doing any treatment, the cutoff has been set at 50%. So if you have 50% coverage of your hip, they generally think you'll be good enough to get better over time. 50% coverage means your child will be able to walk. However, in our experience, 50% will often mean that at 20, your child may have hip problems. In fact, we see kids at 10 years old with hip problems, and it's a bit too late for us to do anything to change that hip shape. More commonly, people are getting hip pain at 20, 30, 40, 50, until they get to 60 before they get a hip replacement. But there's early onset arthritis throughout their adulthood. So if we reverse back in time and your baby has a clicky hip, the ultrasound scan sits on that gray zone of 40 to 50%. The common practice would be to say, leave it be, let's wait and see. 6 weeks later, let's do an ultrasound. Is it any better? If it hasn't progressed, then maybe we should put a harness on. Now, here at My Favourite Physio, we believe in being a bit more proactive because we have seen little ones at 2 years old, at 5 years old, at 10 years old, where it's a bit too late for us to really intervene. Their hips are not great, but not bad enough for surgery. And that's probably the limbo that you have to deal with for the rest of your life. So we offer the option for parents to actually have a harness put on. And in our experience, within that 6 weeks, by the time you get your second ultrasound scan, baby's hips would have developed so well that you are hitting that 60% mark, which is more ideal and normal. So the question out there is, what would you do if you've been told that your baby's hips coverage is in the gray zone of 40-50%? Leave it or harness it? Comment below and let us know what you think, because we certainly think proactive treatment to guarantee a child's lifetime hip health is worth it and important. But that's our opinion. We would love to hear from you. If you are concerned about your baby with clicky hips and you would like to speak to one of our expert pediatric physiotherapists, the number to ring here at My Favourite Physio is 02-9790-4233. And if you know somebody out there who's been a bit concerned about their little one because they feel like their hips are clicky at times and they've just been told not to worry about it, yet they do worry about it, why don't you like and share this video with them? Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.